All right, guys. So let's get moving. Let's get this week started. The 1st of June, the first of everything. We'll see what happens now over this month. But this morning, we're definitely going to get the body nice and warm, nice and ready for your day, nice and strong. So we're just starting out wide leg child's pose. The big toes touching and your knees open wide. And then just let yourself rest in between your legs. Forehead down into the floor there. And if the forehead doesn't touch the floor, then you can always rest your head on a block. And as always, just take a little moment there to settle. To connect with the breath. Helping just to slow everything down. I think of it, the breath, a little bit like a microscope, just moving around your body, checking out anything that needs looking after or anywhere that you found some space. And as always, we're looking for those 5 or 6 long counts to breathe in. 5 or 6 nice long counts to breathe out. Then if you've just joined us, we're starting here in this wide leg child's pose. Taking a little bit of time just to let the body know that we're about to move and free up some space. Take one more round of that breathing, so 5 counts to breathe in, or maybe 6 counts. 5 counts to breathe in. Now we can walk the hands back towards your knees. Bring your knees together and then come onto all fours. We'll rock forwards and back, just waking up your wrists now. Everything will probably feel a little bit stiff and a little bit sleepy. Just slowly working your way through the joints and through the muscles. You can turn the fingers out to the side and then take little circles. Make sure your arms feel strong in the shoulder joints. And feel the weight transfer through the fingertips and the heels of the hands. And you could try bringing your wrists to touch. And then taking the little circles, just see how that feels. And then we continue to turn the fingers around, so you might want to have a little space between the hands then. And again, circles if it feels good, but sometimes it's a little bit vulnerable here. So if you feel like that and you just want to be in stillness, then stay in stillness. And take the circles the other way. Okay, flipping the fingers to face forwards. And then turn the fingers towards you, backs of the hands onto the floor. Now the closer the knees are towards the hands, the easier it is. So if you feel like, my wrists are feeling good, I can walk my knees back a bit, then you can do that. If it's enough for you right here, just have the hands close to the knees and don't put too much weight onto the backs of the hands. Maybe you could bend the elbows, they'll go out to the side slightly, and then straighten the arms. And if this is too much, you could just do it one hand at a time. Keep feeling the thumbs pressing down into the mat. All right, release the hands. Sit on your heels, just interlace the hands and we'll shake out the wrists a little bit. And then bring the hands back onto the mat. Have your knees right below the hips, hands right below the shoulders, and create a big circle. Okay, so that circling the shoulders up towards the ears and around the back. And then circling it the other way. So it's really nice in the morning just to take a little bit of time to go through each of the joints and all of the muscles, waking them up slowly before they really take all the weight of your whole body. Let's move that into a cat-cow. So letting the belly drop. Yeah, the muscles in the belly are relaxed here. You're lifting the chest up. And then you're reversing that. You're engaging the core and rounding your back, chin to chest. And again, breathing in. Let the belly relax. Lift the head and chest up. And then exhale, tucking the tail, rounding the back. How's that feel there through your lower back and your spine? Last time, let your belly drop. We lift the head and chest up. And then exhale, rounding your back, chin to chest. It's like a big yawn. You can imagine a cat having a big yawn here. Coming back to neutral, extend your right leg back. Now feel the toes tucked under so that you can push the heel back and you get a stretch through the calf. Breathing in. And as you breathe out, start to lift your right leg to the sky. Now have your toes pointing down and keep drawing your belly back. Now pulse the hamstring. Use your hamstring to pulse the right leg up and down. Yeah, so you should start to feel it in your glutes a little bit and your lower back. And you can feel the hamstring as well. And now let the leg move from side to side. It's easy to try to move your body as you move the leg side to side, but try and keep the body still as the leg moves. So you're getting into the inner and outer hip, inner and outer leg. And now create a small circle with that right leg. Notice if you're sinking into your left hip and try and push away. And are you breathing? Yeah, take the circle the other way. Then you're going to bend the right leg, so you're bringing your heel into your bottom and then draw a big circle with the right knee. So that should feel nice now to ease that out with the circle. And then take the circle the other way. All right, so it'd be really nice now to get into a pigeon. So if you let your right knee tap your right wrist, and we'll slide that left leg back. And then bring your right foot over towards the left side. Good, just come down onto your forearms. And then draw your chest forwards by pushing your elbows into the mat. Big breath in, and you squeeze into the outer right hip. And then as you breathe out, try and push down through your left foot. Yeah, so without tucking the toes, just pushing down through the top of that left foot. And you feel the left knee, the left thigh. Good. All right, so bring it back, hands underneath your shoulders. And we can tuck the back toes, just try a downward dog here. Right leg goes back, and then we can press the heels down one by one, swivel the hips from side to side. And then we can lower the knees to the floor. Take a cat-cow, belly drops, lift the head and chest up. And then breathe out, rounding your back. Push the mat away. Can you get higher up into the middle of your back? So spreading those shoulder blades. Coming back to neutral. And we're going to extend your left leg back. Feel the stretch through the calf. That's my favorite bit there. And the next time you breathe out, draw the belly button back and lift your left leg to the sky. But don't let the belly sink down like this. Try and puff up. And then pulse the leg higher towards the sky. So you're keeping it the same height, but just sort of pulsing with the hamstring helping, the glutes helping, the lower back helping. Trying not to open up that hip. And then without the body moving, can you move side to side? So this leg is much harder to do than the other one. And then small little circles. See if you can control that. Draw a perfect circle with the heel of your foot. And then take the circle the other way. Everything already starting to talk? Now we can bend the knee and then create a big circle with that left knee. Feels really nice. Yep, and take the circle the other way. Good, and then let's take the left knee to the left wrist. We'll slide your right leg back, move your left foot over towards the right side. Good, and then extend the back leg away. Again, we'll come onto the forearms. You can interlace the hands and then draw your chest forwards as you push your forearms into the floor. Feel the stretch in the outer left hip, left thigh. And if you push down through your right leg, you're going to get a bit more space, a little bit more sensation. Okay, so we're going to keep moving through our bodies. Yeah, so walk your hands back, tuck your back toes, and then take your left leg back into downward dog. And again, have a little paddle out. Yeah, there's nothing nicer than moving into your body, trying to find where you're tight and where you're stiff. But then find your full downward dog and just stay there in stillness for a few moments. And just let the breath flow as you explore how the backs of your legs are feeling, how your ankles are feeling. You give the head a little shake, yes and no. Take one more breath. Looking forwards, you're just going to bring your right foot inside your hands, however you can get that there. And then lower the left knee to the floor. Now, keep your fingertips on the floor. If you need your blocks, you can have your blocks here. You're going to turn it, rock forwards and back onto that left leg. Seeing now if we can get a little bit more into this right hamstring and into the front of that left thigh, left hip. Okay, so now as you rock forwards and back, think about, I was playing with this earlier as I was waking myself up, as taking this right knee in a little circle. Yeah, seeing if that can help you get into that right hip a little bit more. So the knee goes one way and then the other way. So out and in, kind of rocking through the edges of your front foot. If just keeping the knee directly in line is fine, then do that. I was playing with that this morning and it felt quite nice. Okay, then we're going to take the weight back onto the left knee and draw your right toes to the sky. And I just want you to let the foot fall to the side. So it's like a little swing of the hip as the foot pulses towards the side. Okay. So from this way, a little pulse. So the hips are kind of pulsing up and down, or side to side, and the foot is kind of falling to that right side. So your legs quite relaxed. Good. And then find stillness, fingertips into the floor, hands on the block. Breathe in, lift the head and chest up, and then breathe out into the hamstring. Good, so we're going to step onto this right foot. Tuck your back toes and lift your back knee, and then bring your your back foot to the front. Breathe in, halfway lift. You can have your hands on your shins here. And then breathe out and fold forwards. Relax the back of the neck. Yeah, so let the back of the neck be heavy. You can hold on to opposite elbows and sway from side to side. So feel all the weight traveling down your spine into your head. How's the right leg compared to the left leg? Okay, releasing the hands, bend your knees and now just let your right leg go to the back of the mat. And we'll lower the right knee to the floor. Now that feels stiff there in that right leg. So just moving forwards and back. Yeah, so at first, just letting the knee go directly forwards and back. See now if we can get into this left side, balancing it all out. And you're still breathing. And then you could try it on this side. So it's little circles moving from the inner foot to the outer foot, and that knee kind of creating a circle. Don't worry if that doesn't work for you. You can just keep going as you were going. And then take the circle the other way. It's only a little circle. Yeah. Okay, and then we'll come back onto your right knee and draw your left toes to the sky. Again, so like a little swing of your hips. Getting you ready for a funky week ahead, 1st of June. Little swing as you let that left foot kind of pulse towards the side. And relax that left leg. Yeah. See if we can really get into that hip. And still breathing. Don't forget, hands are on the block if you need to. Yeah. And then we'll just find stillness and we'll breathe in, lift the head and chest up. And then breathe out and fold over that left leg. And you want to push down through your left heel. And so you'll get deeper into that hamstring. All right, step down onto this left foot. Tuck your back toes and lift your back knee, and we'll bring the back foot to the front. And we've got that halfway lift, lifting the head and chest up. And then exhale and fold forwards. Now have a bend in your knees. You want to feel your belly and your lower ribs on your thighs. You can hang on to the elbows, opposite elbows with each hand. Relax your head and sway from side to side. So hopefully both sides feeling equal now. Releasing the hands, breathe in, lift the head and chest up. And then breathe out. Plant the hands down, step the right foot back and the left foot back. So you're in your first plank pose. Imagine someone's tickling your tummy and you're trying to move away from that feather. Yeah, so you're tucking your tail, you're drawing your belly button back. In the workshop I said imagine someone's punching your tummy, and it's not very yogic, so let's think about a feather. And then let the heels kind of rock from right to left. Nice and easy, just going with the flow, right to left. You feel the core toning, the waist toning, well, everything strengthening. We want the core nice and strong as we move through the class. Okay, and then we can lower the knees to the floor. Let your elbows brush the rib cage. Now, if you're in the workshop, you know that we don't want the shoulders to go lower than the elbows. And then we can let the thighs rest on the floor, pubic bone rest on the floor as you draw your chest forwards into a cobra. And then we can take the hips up and back into that downward facing dog. So try that again. Keep your feet there, just in line with the hips. Come up high onto your toes. Bring yourself forwards into your plank pose. Now drop your knees again if you want. Okay? If you want to go down, one long plank. Keep the knees off and don't let those shoulders go lower than the elbows. Head forwards, heels back. Now upward dog, under your feet and lift the chest up. Keep your thighs off the floor. Tuck your tailbone, lift the chest up. Take it up and back, downward facing dog. One more time, come up high onto the toes. You choose your option. Roll forwards into plank. I'm going to lower my knees, Draw my chest forwards, elbows brush rib cage. You can go down one long plank. I'm going to put the pubic bone on the floor, lift the chest up, cobra. Take it up and back into downward facing dog. Big breath in. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. How much can you feel the backs of the legs move towards the back of the mat? I almost said pod then. All right, step your feet together. Lift your right leg up. Now keep your toes pointing down and keep your hips level. Now I want you to pulse the right leg higher. So you're feeling the hamstring again and the glutes, just like you did when we were kneeling on the floor. And then without moving the body, try and move the leg side to side. That's it. And then try and take a circle. Drawing a nice circle on the back wall. And then take the circle the other way. Good. Nice. Bring the heel into the bottom. Open up the hip. And as you exhale, let's bring the right knee into your nose. And we're going to try and put the foot there inside the hands. So you're going to come up into your high lunge. Reach your arms up. Feel the stretch now through the front of this left thigh, left hip. And then drop the back heel. Open up towards the left. Walk your front foot forwards, warrior two. And flip your front palm, reach it forwards and take it back. Breathe into the side. And as you breathe out, windmill the right hand down. Left hand follows. You can let your front foot move to the back. Go straight to your vinyasa. So you could drop your knees if you want. We'll go down one long plank. Come into your cobra or your upward dog. Lift the chest up. Take it straight up and back, downward dog. Let's keep moving. Step your feet together. Lift your left leg to the sky. Heel into your bottom. No, don't. Keep the leg straight, sorry. And then start to pulse the leg higher. So as you pulse the leg higher, can you feel that through your right leg? Then let the leg move side to side. So arms have to stay strong, body has to stay strong. Then we can take a circle. Yeah. Try and make that circle smooth. Take the circle the other way. Good. And then we can bring the heel into the bottom. Open up the hip there, so you're sending your knee up high. And then bring your knee into your nose. You're going to try and put the foot there inside the hands. Yeah, so come up into your high lunge shape. Now to get the tuck of the tail so you feel the stretch through the front of that right thigh and right hip. And now drop the back heel 45 and walk your left foot forwards, warrior two. Flip your front palm, reach it forwards and take it back, that back leg nice and straight. And then windmill, left hand comes down, big circle, right arm up and over. Left foot moves to the back. Your vinyasa or you skip it. Head forwards, heels back. Breathe in, up dog or cobra, you choose. Take it up and back, downward facing dog. Big breath in. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Yeah, so you know you can take a break anytime, but we're going to keep moving, keep building heat. Step your feet together. Breathe in, lift your right leg up. So now bend the knee and open the hip. Knee into nose, slot your foot inside the hands. Come up into your high lunge. And then drop the back heel 45. Just waddle that front foot forwards, front knee bent. You can let the knee kind of move side to side until you find that you can push that knee back, tuck the tail, draw the belly button up, and spread your shoulders. Flip the front palm, reach it forwards and take it back. Breathe into the side of the body. And then as you breathe out, right hand comes down, left hand follows. Now you're going to change it here. Pick your back heel up. Walk your right foot over to the right side. And now walk your hands forwards and lift your left leg up. Now if the floor is too far away, pop your hands on a block or on blocks. Yeah. If all is well, hands on the floor. You can have a little bend in your right leg, but let that left leg move from side to side. That's it. And then see if you can let the left leg move up and down. Got to work hard in that outer right hip to do this. Take a circle with the left leg. Take the circle the other way. How's all that feeling? Then bend the knee and open up the hip. Don't worry if that right leg is bent. It's all fine. Hands on a block if you need. And then lower your left foot to the right. Oof, how's that right leg? Hands on the shins. Breathe in, lift your head and chest up. And then breathe out and fold forwards. Now maybe you can take your hands behind your calves now and pull yourself forwards. Have you got those knees bent though? Releasing the hands. You can jump your feet back or step your feet back into a plank pose. Vinyasa or not. You can drop your knees if you like. Come into your cobra or your upward dog. Take it up and back into your downward facing dog. Big breath in. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Good, I can't wait to get into that left leg. So we step the feet together. Lift the left leg to the sky. Okay, we can bend the knee and open up that hip. Bring the left knee into your nose. We're going to slot the foot there inside the hands. So come up into your high lunge first. Reach your arms up. Tuck in the tail, belly drawing back. Then we can drop the back heel. We open up the arms towards the right, facing the right side. And then walk your left foot forwards into warrior two. Okay, flip the palm, reach it forwards and take it back. Feels nice to explore that left side there. Maybe let the knee move side to side. And then you're really trying to press the left knee towards that left side. You know, circle the arm down, left hand touches the floor. Big circle, right arm up and over. Heel turn the foot over to the left side. And we pick the back heel up and giving that same loving to this left leg now. So stand onto the left leg and lift your right leg up. So be strong here now. Hands can be on the block, yeah, or even on some furniture. We can let the leg move side to side. And let all your awareness go into the muscles that are helping you to do this. Lift the leg up and down. You can always have a bend in that left leg if you need it. Good, and then take a circle. What do you have to do to let this circle happen? What muscles do you have to think of? Take the circle the other way. Nice, gonna bend the knee and then open up the hip. See how low your head can go. And then lower your right foot to your left with a side. Breathe in, draw the head and chest forwards. And then breathe out and fold forwards. Now, make sure you can feel your lower ribs on your thighs. If you can't, bend your knees more. Maybe you could wrap your arms around your legs this time. Just let yourself hang over your legs. Big breath in. And as you breathe out, draw the belly button up towards the rib cage. So you're just trying to find a little bit more space. Nice, guys. Well done. Release the hands. And now start to roll up. Last thing to come up is the head. So you've been head down for a little while, so just let all the blood flow the right way so you don't get too dizzy. And you can pop your hands on your hips. Gaze, actually, let's walk to the back of the mat and then gaze to the top of your mat. Okay. I'm going to step forwards onto the right leg. Keep gazing at the top of the mat. Hands are on your hips so you can feel that they're level. Yeah, if they're not level, adjust. And then keep putting the weight into the right leg and start to lift your left leg up into a warrior three shape. That's it, nice. Now if the hands are good here, stay here. If they feel better here, your thumbs pushing into your chest bone, go for that. Now let the leg move side to side if you can. You can always be holding on to some furniture here if you want. And then can you let that left leg move up and down? Nice. Concentrating now on that right leg. Can you circle the left leg? Notice those muscles you have to use. And then circle it the other way. It's going to be much smaller, much more mindful here. Whoops. Start to bring your left knee into your chest. Well done, guys. Hug the thigh in, hug the knee in. Breathe in. Don't worry if you're wobbling. It's just a little bit frustrating if you're wobbling. Don't worry about it. Can you circle that left leg? Let the frustration go. Sorry, left foot. And then circle that the other way. Good. Just before we give that right leg a rest, catch hold of the front of the left foot with your left hand, and then squeeze the heel into the bottom. Okay, you can take your right hand out. Now move your gaze higher. You could gaze at your right hand. Press your thumb and your first finger together. We call that chin mudra. And then start to lift the crown of the head up as you come into dancer pose. Pushing your left foot into your left hand and sending the leg to the sky. So nice and proud, ready for your day. Well done. Release left foot next to the right. And we'll take that back bend now. So hands behind you, fingers pointing downwards, bend your knees. Push the thighs forwards, hips forwards, lean it back. And then as you exhale, fall forwards, hinge from your hips. Release your hands. Breathing in, lift the head and chest up. And then breathing out, folding forwards. Okay, start to roll your way up, pushing down to lift up. And then we'll make our way to the back of the mat again. Okay, so nice big step. So did the drishti help? Remember in the balance workshop, if you've done that one, finding something to focus on. Yeah, so your brain is happy that it's stable and balanced. Big confident step into this left foot. Hands on your hips so you can see if they're level. Yeah, if you're sinking in this left hip, it's going to be hard. Lift it up. Now start to flex your right foot and draw your chest forwards as that leg lifts. Now we've spent a lot of time working these particular muscles ready for this moment. This is the finale. Hands come heart center if you want. Let the right leg move from side to side. What does that left leg have to do here? Now hold on to some furniture if you want. Can the leg lift up and down? Now, really think about that left leg. Which muscles are you using? Right leg knows what it's doing. Circle it the other, take a circle with that right leg. And then circle it the other way. Good, guys. I wish I could see you. Bring your right knee into your chest. That's tough. Hang on to the right knee and squeeze the thigh up so you get a little rest. Yes, and you can come in and out. That doesn't mean you failed. That's just you listening to your body. So circle your right ankle and circle it the other way. Good, hang tight, guys. One last thing into your dancer pose. Don't forget, just come in and out if you need to. So we'll bring the knees together, right hand holding onto the front of the right foot, lift your chest up, left hand forwards, thumb and first finger touching. Yeah. And then lift up to start to take the chest forwards and the foot back. Yeah, so you can gaze at that left hand, that's your drishti point now. And if your left leg is really wobbling, let all your awareness go to that left ankle and wobble with it. One more breath. And then when you're ready, release your right foot next to your left. Excellent. And then shake out your left leg. Well done, guys. So we're going to have the hands on the hips. Open up your toes. We'll come up high onto your toes. This will feel nice now in those ankles. So if you let your knees go out to the side, slide down your wall. Walk the hands forwards. That's it. And then see if the heels can rest on the floor. If not, then we can always put the blocks under the heels, or you could sit on the block. You could have 2 blocks, 1 block under each heel. Press your palms together, open up your knees, inhale. And exhale. Legs are happy, your hips are happy. You can reach the hands forwards, and then you can sit your bum down onto the floor, extend your legs out in front, however you're going to do that. Yeah, your way of doing that. Shake out those legs. Now bring the soles of the feet together. Press your big toes together. Walk your hips close to your heels now. Breathe in, lift the head and chest up. And then breathe out and fall forward. So it's just a nice way to take a little moment just to let any tension go that's built up from standing on one leg there. So that can be quite hard work on the legs. So let's take a moment, just relaxing into your hips. Reconnecting with the breathing if you forgot to breathe during all that. Walking your hands back. Awesome, guys. Nice. Bring your knees up and take your feet so they're either side of your mat. Big toes pressing down, hands onto your ankles. Just one of my favorites. Breathe in, lift the head and chest up. And then breathe out and just let yourself fold in between your legs. When we spend so much time working so intricately in the inner, outer hips, the legs, the back, body, I just wonder, how do we ever wake up without doing this? How do we ever go through our day without doing this? How does our body survive when we don't? And then start to walk your way back up. Awesome, guys. Okay, so just bring your feet together and we'll extend your right leg out in front. Your right leg out in front, and then bend the left leg in. Now catch hold of your left ankle and just bring your left foot into the crook of your right arm. And if you can, left arm on the outside there. If this is too much, just hold on to your calf and your ankle like that. And then we're going to let the leg move from side to side, so still getting into those hips there. Nice little pulsing, so the pulse is forwards, 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 and that hip is gradually getting happier. And if you like this, just kind of encouraging it like that. So if you are holding onto your leg like this, then you'd probably be better just to stay here. Yeah. If you're like this, then you might want to take your right hand over the top of your left ankle, and then just try and bring your left leg over the shoulder there. So now take your right hand on the outside of your left foot, and your left hand on the floor. Point the fingers away from the body, and have a little look underneath your right arm. So you might already be feeling that enough there. Or we can come into compass and extend the leg towards the side. See where you get to. Good, really excellent, guys. Extend that left leg out. Good, wherever you got to. Yeah, hopefully that feels better in that left hip. So we're going to bend the right leg. Catch hold of your right ankle with the hand, and then options. Right foot into the left crook of the left elbow. And if that's too deep for you, then just hold on to the calf, the ankle, and we sway the leg side to side. You're getting a nice relaxing opening in that hip. And if you're happy here, right arm on the outside of that right leg, and just swaying. And all the time trying to lift your chest up. And the breath is flowing as well. So now we're not balancing on one leg. So you can really drop your awareness into this right hip. Yeah, focus on that. So this is enough for you, or you can take your left hand on the outside of that right foot, sorry, and then take your right arm inside that right leg. Rest the hand on the floor, fingers pointing away. And don't worry if you're not coming into this. If you are, have a little peek underneath your left arm, and then just extend the leg towards the right side. So compass pose on this side. What happens if you flex your left foot and push through the back of that left leg, and then try and wrap the chest around? How much space can you find there? Good, wherever you are, we're gonna release. Okay, and then take that right leg out in front. I've lost my rights and lefts. So let's just walk our way down the mat, guys, and have your knees bent, feet flat, and we'll lower down onto our backs. Palms flat, breathe in, belly expands. Breathe out, belly draws back, lift your hips up. Now interlace the fingers, draw your shoulder blades towards each other, and then push down to lift your hips up. Inhale, and exhale. Okay. Releasing your hands, let the spine move the shoulder blades out of the way as you lower down, feeling each of the vertebrae. Repeat that again, or do your wheel pose. So we haven't done much back bending. Okay, so if you are going to go into wheel, go into it slowly. Breathe in, belly expands. Breathe out, belly draws back. Push through your feet, lift your hips up. And then if you're going into wheel, take the hands so the fingers point to the shoulders. And push down to lift up. But, you know, it might be that this isn't a good pose for you today. So just see what feels right. Spend a few breaths breathing into the front of your body. Okay, when you want to come down, look up to the ceiling to try and lower down onto your shoulders as much as you can. And lower the spine down. Awesome, guys. We are nearly there. Feet as wide as the mat. Windscreen wide for the legs. So letting one knee fall into the center and then the other knee falls in. And then we can give the legs a lovely hug into the chest. So we're not able to hug other people right now, but we can hug those thighs nice and close to the chest, just giving the thighs some loving, giving the legs some loving. Maybe some gratitude for getting through the class. Okay, so bring your knees together and then let both knees fall to the right. You can look to your left hand. Breathe in, belly expands, body expands. Coming back to the center, and then again, let them fall towards the left side. Left hand on the outside of your right leg, and you're breathing in, expanding into the body. Breathing out, melting into the body. Good. Bringing the knees back into the center. Now, hug your knees into your chest, that's enough. If you want to come into plow pose, take the legs up and over your head. Just see how that feels there. Yeah. Otherwise, just keep the knees or the thighs hugging into your chest. Inhale. And exhale. This is my least favorite pose, but it's one that I have to do after every session. Really helps reset my back into shape. Put your palms on the floor and then start to lower the spine down. Okay, take the feet to the corners of the mat. Take the legs straight, hands down by your side and palms faced up towards the sky. That's it. Take a breath in. Good, and a breath out. Well done, guys. Now we've just got one moment And to relax in the shape. To let the practice melt out of your body now. Just leaving you with this strong, flexible, conscious body and mind. You'll take that consciousness through your day. Being aware of yourself and your body. Being aware of the fluctuations of the mind. So if you have got some time and you can stay there a little bit longer, stay there as long as it feels good. And if you need to move with me, start to deepen your breathing. Move your toes and move your fingers. And like a big yawn, reach your arms above the head. Do that full body stretch. You can then roll to the right side, so you take this time in a fetal shape. And keeping your eyes closed, make your way up to seated to face the front. Bring your hands to the heart center, thumbs into your chest bone. Maybe you've got time for a little intention. It's the 1st of June. So what is it that you want from this month? How is it that you want to be that you wasn't that way last month? Just a few moments, set that intention for this month ahead. Thank you so much for making it this morning. Namaste. Maybe it's to do yoga every day in June. Have a beautiful day, guys. As always, send me any questions or anything that you need. And I'm here to answer your questions if I can.